Good afternoon, everybody. What is the most hated tattoo out there? This is your opinion, not mine. Welcome to Skinworkx. I hope you've had a great weekend, everybody. I hope you're chilling and ready for the week ahead. A lot of my customers ask me, I bet you're covered, I bet you've got loads of tattoos. And yeah, I have got quite a few, but if I was to take my top off, you'd be quite surprised how many I've got. A lot of mine I have got are on show, so it gives you a different image. You just imagine that there'll be a lot more underneath here. Why haven't I got more? Because I simply, after work, don't want to sit down when I've been here for 6 or 8 hours tattooing and then go through pain myself. I'm quite happy with the tattoos I've got. I mean, a lot of them are old, but I've sort of glammed them up over the years. I will get some more, but just not yet. What will I get? Well, I'm not exactly sure. I've never been a person for sort of sitting and thinking about things too much. There's something will pop in my head and I'll say, yeah, let's crack on, let's do it. So now to the point. The amount of people that say to me, you wouldn't have one on your face, would you? To be completely honest, if I have a bit of a daft moment, I probably would. If it was something that wasn't too big, quite delicate looking and not scary or too full on, then I probably would. Maybe something on the side here or just in the hairline a little bit, if you can class that as a face. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. So, without a shadow of a doubt, without further ado, the most hated tattoo is most definitely on the face. Why? I don't know. Amount of people that come up to me panicking saying, you'd never have your face done, would you? To be fair, I'm not really fussed for my face doing. I'd probably have something a little bit smaller out the way maybe if I felt like it, but I'm not really one for big tattoos on my face. I don't really mind them, I don't find them offensive or anything like that, but certain people do. Why is it the most hated tattoo? Well, I'm not exactly sure. I think people have just got that image from back in the day that, you know, they've either been to prison or there's something scary about it, you're a lunatic, I don't know. I mean, I quite like them. If they're not massive and overpowering, I don't think they're bad. It's a customer's choice. I mean, it's your decision. Got this big thing around it where it's sort of a no-go zone for a lot of people. Which, that's fine, it's your choice. Nine hours today. So I've got a full day that I'm working over 3 hours extra. Concentration at its best. How you doing, mate? Alright?
Yeah, not bad.
Good. Where you come from? Are you local?
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield?
Well, Wakefield side of Huddersfield.
Oh, that takes about half an hour?
Usually, yeah, but it's like I left at 7 this morning.
Did you?
And it's just bumper to bumper on the M1 because the road works.
I'm glad I don't have to drive up anywhere like that for work. You forget though, because we only live half a mile away. We just 1 minute and we're in cars.
Yeah.
You forget what it's like for other people every day having to drive far away, you know, motorways. So, can you fill front and back of there in if you would please? Credit card details at the bottom, if you want to put them down as well, you can. Once you fill that in, if you can just pop through the other side, we'll have a look what we're doing. Come on through, single man, reveal yourself. Are you married?
I am, yeah.
Happily married or just married?
I'm married, she's happy.
Yeah, well, that's the best way. So, let me have a quick look. Have you got any ideas on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got quite a few, haven't you?
Started doing this, and then she closed up shop.
So what were under that originally then, like tribal?
Taz,
Oh, were it, yeah?
Union Jack, yeah.
Yeah, so what, she's tried using a bat here, so what you wanting to do here, you wanting to try and put something lower down then, or are we going to try and just...
If we can try and sort of like bring it far,
Yeah.
as far down as possible and that.
What
yeah.
about this gap you've got here then?
That, I mean, because it sort of, when I was in hospital last year for an operation,
Yeah.
this was still healing,
Yeah, yeah.
and they banged the blood pressure cuff over here. That's why it's...
Yeah, it's got a bit of scarring and you're in places.
Yeah.
So what we can do, we can set some at the bottom down here, and then try and get it to all eventually blend in with that.
Yeah.
Like them roses there that they've done.
Yeah.
This kind of looks like it's been done with a felt pen, doesn't it? That
Yeah.
kind of needs an outline and stuff on it.
Yeah.
But we can definitely sort that out. That ain't a problem at all.
So, Jan,
Yeah.
what have you decided on?
I think I'm going chicken tikka today. What?
No, shall we try that again?
What do you mean?
Tattoo.
Oh,
Chicken
to be fair, it was a bit of an easy one today because the customer sent me the design of it before we even started, so it was just a case of clicking print and away we go. And it's a really good design as well. Best thing about today is that it's coming with half a sleeve and they'll be leaving with a full one. So if that ain't customer service for you, what is?
Right, Megan. What do you think to face tattoos?
I quite like them. It depends what it is on design and stuff, but I think some of them are quite nice.
Would you ever get one?
Maybe when I get more.
Just don't tell your mum.
Yeah, just tell them all.
What do you think of face tattoos?
Depends if they're nice or not, innit?
What about what about if it's a nice design?
I don't think that people have their own life. They do whatever they want. That's it, really.
Would you get one?
I could, yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
What would you get?
I have no clue, but yeah, why not? But not now. If I will be covered, then I can have it.
So, Jan,
Yes.
what do you think to face tattoos?
I like them, but not ones that are too extreme, I'd say. I quite like, when it goes on to the side of the face. I don't think I'd have any, like on my cheeks or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just like to, if I go out or out, I like to not look like I've got them all over my face and stuff.
Yeah.
So I quite like the subtle looking, but some people like having all the face covered, so it's up to them what they do. Either way, people are going to like it or they're going to hate it. So you're probably better off just doing what you think you want to do rather than what other people like. You'll always get your gran saying I don't like what you've had done, or your mum and dad saying I don't like it, but what do they know? What do you think of face tattoos?
Me?
Yeah.
I like them. I like, like the simple ones. Not like the full.
What do you think as a girl having a face tattoo compared to a boy?
I don't think personally they're as common. I think you'd see a bloke with a face tattoo more than you'd see a woman with them.
I think the people who suit face tattoos are them who are heavily tattooed.
Yeah. Right, Jordan.
Yes, Jordan.
What's your thoughts on face tattoos?
So after hearing what everyone else has said, I think this all boils down to personal preference. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think if you want one, get one. If you don't want one, don't get one. And leave everyone else alone. Let them do what they want. Yes, we all know what's the most iconic face tattoo in the world ever. And you've got to admit, it pulls it off unbelievably. And that's Mike Tyson. And I think he's had a big impact on these face tattoos that are coming around now. So while we're on this subject, I'm going to cover tattoos on show and tattoos that are hidden. Because we get two types of customers. 80% want the tattoos on show, they want to feel like they've got their money's worth. When they go and see their friends, they want them to say, whoa, have you got a new tattoo? And then the other sort of person wants the tattoo meaningful and they're not bothered if anybody sees it. So me personally, I always think you should get them on show, sort of get your money's worth, make it change your image slightly if that's what you want to do. But I can also understand the people that want something meaningful and it's just for them. Can I ask you this week if there's any topics regarding tattooing, even laser, that you want me to cover? If you just comment below, I don't mind covering it for you. In the coming weeks, I'll try and cover everyone's comments. Also, at the minute, we're still a relatively small channel. We appreciate you guys watching it. Amount of people that message after the weekend saying, "Oh, I always sit and wait for Sunday night to watch your videos." That means a lot to us. So if you can push us that little bit more, click the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. Then you won't be missing any of our videos. So we will always do everything we can to get you this little video on Sunday at 6 PM. Don't forget, guys, we've got some new clothing in the shop. We've gone for this bright summer look.
Some of the people you go into and that thing, they see you face tattoos, they're gonna, some people paint a picture of
Do you know one thing for you with that? And it's a perfect example. You're not allowed to face tattoos or any tattoos in your ambulance. But it'd be different if you run out and someone had been knocked over and a bloke got out, face tattoos of it, and he rescued you. But like, do you know, like, it's a stupid thing to say. You can't have them because don't make the person any different just by having artwork on him, does it? At all.
It's sort of, it's not that they're saying that you can't have them in a
Like company policy.
it's sort of, you've got tattoos, and that's it sort of thing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's sort of,
Where are you from originally? You sound like you're from South Africa or somewhere.
Yeah.
Are you?
yeah.
Not a good guess, that, wasn't it? Oh, thinking then you sound quite South African. People will always say, and it's generally the ones who haven't got tattoos, is what you're going to look like when you're older. You'll regret them when you're older, but if you want something while you're young and you're in the best shape of your life, or you're young, healthy, fit, that's the time to be having stuff that you want, isn't it? Right?
No one looks like 40 years into the future, do they?
No, like, it's just a stupid thing to say what you're going to regret when you're older, or what you're going to look like when you're older. Like, who cares what you're going to look like when you're older?
Right, Kevin's done. Jan, do you want to talk us through what you've done today?
So today we've continued the lower half on today. You only had it up to here. I think I showed you a picture from this morning.
You didn't do that bit, did you?
I didn't do that. I already had it on.
Just roll it round so I can see a bit more.
There's like a lady's face there.
Yeah.
So today we've gone to try and straight down the front of it That way now it kind of looks like a full sleeve rather than jump onto other bits. It's a little bit red at the minute, everyone's got different skin, so once that settles down, a lot of this is just the blood cells coming up to the surface. Just roll it to outside a little bit. And he's going to decide what colour to do with them because his grandkids are going to pick the colours. It's probably about 60% quality wise, 70% on the top. It would have to try and put some ultra detailed here, and you'd see a huge difference from that to that. So trying to keep some subtle looking so it all looks like one. Because when you've got an old existing tattoo that's halfway, you can sometimes put something new on and that stand out a mile to what you've already got on. So that's why we've kind of gone and darkened some of this stuff up here to make it all look like one as though it's just been done. So if you remember last week we mentioned about these legs that's starting to become very popular. Well, here we are. Here's one I'm on with at the moment. It's sort of a low rider, hear no evil, see no evil sort of style. Not yet finished, but another great day. Obviously it's slowing down now we're coming to the top up here. I'm not sure how it'll look on camera because we're on wide angle, but you get the idea. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video yet again. It means a lot to us. And we'll see you next Sunday at 6.
In a place that has long thrived upon the work ethic and neighbourliness, we're proud to be part of a community that's looking to the future. Skinworkx.